Hello, my friends. How you doing today? I am doing well, and I don't want to turn this into an infomercial or anything, but I gotta tell you, I've been going a little crazy lately for some apparent reason on Time Life titles. Yes, time. You remember when Time Life used to sell you those groups of like CDs of stuff that you were like, yeah, I'm like, I need that. I need that in my collection. My big one was Freedom Rock. Remember that one? We'll turn it up, man. Lord, I was born a rambling man. Remember you? I remember as a kid watching that Freedom Rock commercial from Time Life, and they were selling this two CD set of all these classic '70s rock hits or whatever, Free Bird and stuff like that. And I was like, yes, I gotta have those in my collection. I don't have them, but as time has gone by, I actually own like all of the songs that are probably on Freedom Rock on individual CDs, because I bought like the greatest hits of Leonard Skinner, and I bought like the best of Bread and the best of this and the best of that and the greatest hits of that and all of this group and all of that. Oh, I got all of Air Supply and all. Listen, I've been buying CDs for years, so within time I probably accumulated all of that '70s stuff. But I was like, you know what, my iPod is getting full, and some whole albums suck. Okay, let's be honest. How many people? How many groups do you know of that you can listen to the whole album from beginning to end and say, "Damn, that was a good album"? Like I can listen to every single song and not complain. Now I can throw out a couple. Now Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction, that's one of them. Okay, a couple of Metallica ones. Okay, I can listen from beginning to end, no problem. A lot of Beatles stuff, beginning to end. Elvis, beginning to end, no problem. But there's certain groups that they just got like this. They got like maybe two or three songs, and then they got one real crappy one, and there's like another good one, and then the rest of the album's all garbage. Okay, and nothing against all the classic rock groups or whatever. Like if you're a big fan of Leonard Skinner and you're like, I can sit down and listen, I can listen to a whole Leonard Skinner album. But me personally, I would listen to Free Bird and maybe a couple other Leonard Skinner songs. There was another artist, Gordon Lightfoot. Really like him. But I wouldn't sit there and listen to the whole album. I just listen to, there's like two or three songs that I really like. So to make this long story short, too late, okay? But I started going nuts on these Time Life collections, because if you go on now on eBay, these things were originally going for like $100, $200, ridiculous amounts of prices. And then you got stuck in like a club where it was like, okay, we're gonna send you one every month, and then you're gonna pay every single month, cancel anytime. Remember these commercials? Buy one a month, cancel anytime, no questions asked or whatever. You can ship it back if you don't want it. It was like a whole big thing, and I got wrapped up in actually these right here. Because these have been sitting on my side. These are the sounds of the sounds of the 80s. Okay, so I bought all of the sounds of the 80s. So I went from 1980 to 1989, and then I didn't quit. I kept buying them, and I believe it was like they were like $20 a pop. And after they got to 89, they start sending you like the best of 80s and love of the 80s and all kind. And then finally I was like, I've had enough of the 80s. I've had enough. I bought everything I got, but I bought all the years, and then I bought some of additional ones. But then I was looking, I'm like, these things are going dirt cheap now. Now all of a sudden Time Life isn't even a thing anymore, and nobody even cares. Okay, so first of all I was like, okay, well, when I clean my classroom at the end of the day, I always listen to rock ballads. Okay, that's just my thing. I'm sorry, I got a real love for "Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone" by Cinderella, and "November Rain." I listen to at the end of the day when I'm cleaning my room. I gotta listen to "November Rain," "Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone," and "The Flame" by Cheap Trick. I don't know why. Those are the three titles that once those three songs are done, my room's clean upstairs, because I'm just in the zone. And I saw this box set going for $20 on and this is what triggered this whole thing. And this is gonna be a little bit. You're gonna see a little bit. You're gonna be like, yeah, you might be interested if you're an older guy or even a younger guy who likes classic rock and roll or classic rock music, whatever. You might be a little interested in this. But I saw this box set, $20. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 CD set, but it's double. They're all double. So there's actually 10 CDs in here. And it's the Ultimate Rock Ballads Collection, a little box set there. Yeah, and each one of these CDs is actually a double CD, So just to throw it out there at you, get like big hits like Eye of the Tiger, you get I Want to Know What Love Is, If You Leave Me Now by Chicago. You got Fleetwood Mac on here. You got Dokken, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Phil Collins, Ariel Speedwagon, Winger, Alice Cooper, Foreigner, Bad Company, Survivor, Skid Row, The Pretenders, Doobie Brothers, The Honey Drippers, White Lion, In Excess, Robert Plant, Christopher Cross, Chicago, Kicks, Gary Wright, Billy Veer in the Beaters, and I'll tell you about this Billy Veer and the Beaters. I don't actually know the song, okay, but that's the reason why I bought these box sets, because there is, like, I already own everything by Alice Cooper. I already own everything by Chicago, Fleetwood Mac, Dokken. I got a lot of Dokken stuff. I got a lot of Foreigner stuff. The Cars. I got a lot of stuff like that. But there's certain one-hit wonders, and that's why I bought these sets, because there's certain one-hit wonders that there's no way that I'm gonna buy their full greatest hit CD when they only had one. I don't even know how they can call themselves a greatest hit CD when they are a one-hit wonder. And there's a lot of one-hit wonders in this collection. So I started with this, okay, for $20, and I'm like, okay, $5, 10 CDs, 20. I'm sorry, $20, 10 CDs, nice little case. I'm sold. I'm sold. And then I opened this up already. You can see the where is it? You can see that this is open because it was wet. If you look at the box, you can tell that it was out in the rain and it got wet. So I was a little concerned about it. And in here is actually these are actually pretty cool. I really enjoyed these. These are singers and songwriters from the 70s to the 80s, okay? And these are pretty cool. These have like let me see, Eric Clapton, Chicago, Hall & Oates, Linda Ronstadt, Firefall, Elton John, Fleetwood Mac, yeah, let me see, Dave Mason, Linda Ronstadt, Peter Frampton, Eric Carmen, Bread, and I'll be honest with you. I mean, I could go on and on about that. Like I said, I'm feeling like an infomercial here, but so the box is much to be desired. But look at this, okay? How many? These are all doubles, too. All double CDs. So you get 2 CDs each one. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, 22 CDs, and I paid like $22 for this. That's less than $22, 22 CDs. That's a buck a piece. Okay, buck a piece, and these are like. And like I said, I bought them for the one-hit wonders. I bought them for like the groups that I don't have all the stuff from. Like if I grab like one of these things right now, the Birds, I have a greatest hits of the Birds, and but like songs like Glenn Campbell, I do have Three Dog Night, I do have the band Fifth Dimension, I don't have any Joe South, Beach Boys, I have some Beach Boys stuff, The Seekers, I don't have. It's like these like single hits that people like. Like I'm like, I need those on my iPod so I can just listen to it. And I tell you, I actually downloaded every single one of those discs and every single one of those discs on my iPod. And I'll tell you right now, last like 3 or 4 days I've been putting my earplugs in there, and I just been like the quality's great, everything's remastered, sounds beautiful, and I'm just kind of bringing myself back to when I was younger. This stuff right here, all this music right here is like all like, to me, is like background music to my life. It's like stuff that you would hear like when you were like walking through Sears or something, or you like just like you got in your mom and dad's car and you were like going on a trip to the beach or something. And that it was just background music to my life. So I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. And then I got this box right here. Okay, I waited for you. Because I wanted to show you. And let's see check this one out. Check this one out. Ready? Watch this. All right. Look at this. Like I said, these and I'll tell you, I didn't pay any more than $25 for any of these sets. Not more than $25 for any of these, and it's a lot of material. This one is called Malt Shop Memories, and check out how cool this is. Watch this. Ready? You open the flap. You drop this down. Now I looked this up. Actually, if you go on YouTube, you could watch the commercial for Malt Shop Memories. And this thing was going for $100 when it first came out. And I got this thing for, I want to say, $12 and change. And it is, once again, a double disc. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 10 discs. And this is all like that 50s and 60s stuff that you would hear like if you were like watching Grease or whatever, like stuff that they would play in the jukebox and stuff. And I was like, well, you know what? I don't own any like stuff from the 50s. I own some 60s stuff, but like the 50s and stuff, like the old time, old school stuff. You know what I mean? And if you're an old school guy, then you're probably like, yeah, this is pretty cool. I mean, like, look, we got Benny King, Stand By Me. We got Big Girls Don't Cry. Do You Want to Dance? Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow? Going to the Chapel. Sherry, I Only Have Eyes for You. Hello Stranger. Tears on My Pillow. Let It Be Me. Just One Look. I mean, I listen. I understand if I'm talking to a younger crowd here, you're probably really confused right now. But I remember as a kid, like my father would take me to these. I really hated him though. I gotta admit, I hated going to these things. But he would drag me to these car shows. These like car shows where we'd all go look at the people's cars, 57 Chevys, 56 Fords, and everything. He dragged me to these car shows. They always be at Stewart's Plaza. I don't know if you remember Stewart's, the store Stewart's, but they'd always have on, I think it was Sunday nights or whatever. There would be a car show, and they would always be playing this music in the background. And this is kind of like I said, it's background music to my childhood. And I'm not gonna go out and buy like the individual albums of these people. This is good enough. This is malt shop memories. This is stuff that they would have been playing back in the old malt shop if I was like watching Back to the Future 1. You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. And look at the case though. I mean, is that just cool? Look, open it up and look at it. Dropped it. It's a whole and I put this one in front specifically because I was like, why not put the jukebox right in front there? That just looks cool there. But it's got the floor like the way where they would dance. You know what I mean? And you got the seats and everything. That's I mean, for what was it 12 and change? I want to say 12 and change for this one because I was like 100. And then I watched the commercial for it. I was like, wow. I believe it had Dick Clark or whatever was hosting it. And he's like, malt shop memories. You gotta watch it. And then actually, when I was going through these things, these sounds of the 80s classics, there, I realized that I was missing one. Not missing the cover. Not missing the cover. Missing the disc. I don't know where it is. I have a strange feeling that when I sold my car, like so many years ago, it was in my CD player and it went with the thing. So I found out which one I was missing, and I actually picked it up so I could complete it because I was like, now missing the sounds of the 80s, 1988. So obviously in my car, I was a big hit of Hazy Shade of Winter by the Bangles, Simply Irresistible, Baby I Love Your Way, Kokomo, Don't Worry Be Happy. I was probably listening to Don't Worry Be Happy. Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry. I was probably rocking out to that. Or I don't want to live without you. Let me see. What I would have been listening to on this? I Get Weak. Maybe Belinda Carlisle. Maybe it's from Belinda Carlisle. We got Don't Be Cruel by Bobby Brown. It could have been some Bobby Brown or Locomotion by Kylie Minogue. Maybe it was The Flame by Cheap Trick is on here. Okay, so we got The Flame by Cheap Trick. I was probably listening to The Flame by Cheap Trick because I can't yeah, because it's got Hold On to the Night by Richard Marx. But I would have listened to if it was Richard Marx, it would have been Right Here Waiting for You. That song there. I'm gonna take this over here. I'm gonna stick this over here with the rest of those. So now that collection is complete again, and I'll throw out the cover because I don't know what I did with that disc. And then we're gonna wrap up the video with I got the 80s, I got the 70s, I got the 50s, and then in the 60s, I got the songwriters, and then so the guy had an auction, and this guy was not thinking. This was a not thinking guy. I think I don't know. And these I ended up getting on auction from eBay for I want to say with the shipping when we were all done. I think he took an offer. It was on auction. I sent him a thing. He sent me a offer. I think he just wanted to unload them. I paid $10 for the complete collection of the Ultimate 70s by Time Life. Look at this. It's all the Ultimate 70s. Okay, we got Creedence Clearwater. We got Van Morrison, Three Dog Night. We got Grateful Dead. We got Joe Cocker, Santana, the Hollies, Jackson 5, Guess Who, Eric Clapton, James Taylor, the Bee Gees, Marvin Gaye, Alice Cooper, Al Green, Rod Stewart, Santana again, Van Morrison, Elton John, Bill Withers. I mean, how could I pass? So now my goal is, since I already put all of the singer-songwriters on there, and I put the rock ballads on my iPod. Now I'm gonna put all these on there. Now to wrap this up, let's just say number one, that you're probably looking at me like, buddy, why don't you get off your high horse already, okay? Knock yourself down a couple notches and just get Spotify. Everybody in the world's got some Spotify. You could listen to any song you want for a certain payment every month on Spotify. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's sweet. That's sweet and all everything. My daughter's at Spotify. She could probably put this on her playlist. I got my son's friends like I got over 4,000 songs on my playlist on Spotify. I'm like, okay, that's wonderful, wonderful. But the question is that if Spotify disappears, okay, like Napster, okay, everybody remember Napster and all those other like downloading, streaming, whatever things there, legal downloading services or whatever. But I understand that this is a legal one. I understand that Spotify is legal and they charge per month there. Where's my physical thing? Where do I get physically get to? What is so cool about this is that if you open these things up, okay. You get liner notes, you get stories and everything. One of them, I'm not sure which one it is, actually has all the lyrics. Okay, how many of you remember as a kid when you bought your first CD or cassette tape or whatever? I remember Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet, or I think it was Slippery When Wet or Bon Jovi, New Jersey. And I remember you always laying on your belly. You always be laying on your belly, feet up in the air, and you put in your cassette tape and you're not only listening to the songs of whatever Bon Jovi, whatever, but you're reading along the lyrics with it. That's how you learn the songs. And every once in a while you get a couple of pictures of the band. You get a couple of pictures of the band, which were just satisfying. This stuff is satisfying. I mean, this one does not have the lyrics, but it's got a bunch of liner notes and a bunch of different stories and essays and stuff about the band and about the era. You know what I mean? It's education. One of these things though has, I don't know which one it is, but one of them said that it had the lyrics. Okay, wait a minute. Originally recorded. No, this one's just information. Okay, so we got information. The 70s one. Is it the? I'm not even gonna go through all of them. I don't want to go through them. I don't want this video to be any long. I don't want people complain that my video's too long. And I already showed you. So yeah, we got the 60s. We got the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. And ultimate rock ballads, which this one I'll tell you right now, if you are a true rock fan, and I know some of you heavy metal haters, you know what I mean, you're like, I hate when heavy metal bands make a ballad, they write a ballad or whatever. But believe it or not, I mean, it's a fact that usually the ballads are what sold the album for the artist. Like Guns N' Roses, they came out with Welcome to the Jungle, but they didn't like go hit like the bomb didn't drop till they did Sweet Child of Mine. You know what I mean? Aerosmith, Dream On. Metallica when they kind of toned down a little bit and they did like their Nothing Else Matters and stuff like that. Now maybe you won't consider that a ballad or whatever because it's a little hard hitting. But I personally love me some And Justice for All 1 and all that, the heavy stuff. But you ain't gonna sell that to grandma. Grandma ain't gonna buy And Justice for All, but grandma might buy the Black Album, or grandma might buy one of the other albums where they're singing more ballad type songs. And that's pretty. I mean, I'm looking over here because this is where I keep all my groups that my more heavier groups, like even Alice Cooper. Alice Cooper's a heavy guy, but he's got that song that You and I, what is it? You and me ain't no superstar. What we are is what we are. And I can tell you right now, if you don't know what that song is, look it up. I think it's called You and Me, or You and I. You and Me ain't. I think it's You and Me. That's like one of my favorite Alice Cooper songs. That one and Only Women Bleed. That's a great song. He's got a lot of good songs that you would classify as ballads, but he's still Alice Cooper, okay? You can't take anything away from who he is. Now, granted, I'm looking, actually, even Gwar, okay? You guys want to go to Gwar? Gwar has a song called The Road Behind. If you are a metal fan and you're a fan of this channel and you are a metal fan, you listen to Gwar, they got a song called The Road Behind, and I absolutely love that song. It's like one of my favorite Gwar songs, and to me, I would classify it as a ballad. Yeah, Gwar has a ballad. I'm looking at my real heavy stuff. Like I got King Diamond up here, Merciful Fate. I mean, you're not gonna find any like ballads in a King Diamond or Merciful Fate album. But I will tell you that the Abigail album and Them album from King Diamond are like classical. To me, I don't know. I don't know about you. Heavy metal, classical music hits together, and you got yourself some King Diamond. Yeah, I listen to, like I said, I listen to a big array of stuff. By the way, Motley Crue's over here too. Let's not forget about Home Sweet Home. Okay, one of their biggest hits of of all time. And don't tell. And listen, and you guys are like so like the thick guys that are like, yeah, metal, yeah, good. Don't tell me that if Home Sweet Home, okay, that comes on your on your radio in the car, or Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone, or one of those classic ballad songs, or even Sweet Child of Mine, or whatever, come on in your car. Don't tell me you're switching the dial. You're not. You're not switching the dial. Don't listen. Don't fool yourself. Okay, you're enjoying it too. Okay, it's like Cheap Trick with the Flame, and also you enjoying it too. So yeah, I kind of doubled up and bought a lot just so I can get different one-hit wonders. That's the stuff that I don't own. Now I feel like I own it all. Now I feel like I got everything. I covered every single year, every little base, and Time Life seemed to be able to cover every single thing. And I'll be honest with you, if I do the math in my head, supposedly back in the day, that one box set was going for like $100, and then they would send you additional ones after and after and after. I believe 2013, so 30, 40. I think I spent under $100 for all of this, and I ended up getting, what do I got here? And these are all double CD sets. So 10, 20, 30, 40, maybe about 40 CDs, but double that. So 80 CDs for $100 or less than $100 with the shipping. You can't beat that. And if you are a fan of classic rock or any of these classic genres or whatever, go on eBay right now. That's what they're selling for. They're going dirt cheap. Time Life, just look up Time Life. Best of the 80s, best of the 70s, best of the whatever year that you want to get into, and take a plunge. And I'll tell you right now, it all know what started all this stuff. And I know that I've already kind of signed off, but I just want to tell you, know what started all this stuff is. I was looking at that singers and songwriters collection. This thing right here, these sets right here, which are singers and songwriters. So they're all like guitar, acoustic stuff, and I love me some good acoustic music. And I called the wife in the bedroom one night, and I'm laying there, I'm laying on my stomach. I'm laying on my stomach, yeah, feet up in the air, okay, on my tablet on YouTube, and I'm like, I was looking at this collection, and I told her, I said, hey, why don't you lay down a second, see how many of these songs that you know, and she started tearing up. She's listening to them, she's tearing up, and I'm like, well, what's the matter? What's going on? And she's like, they remind me of my grandmother. They remind me of like going to visit when we go to visit my grandmother at her house. And this is the kind of music that she would have playing at her house. She goes, I know she knew the songs. She knew the words. It's like, these are songs that you know them. You just know them. You know them from just being in the back of your of your head. You know, it's like it's so odd, because when I listen to some of these, I put these on or whatever. I'm trying to look at one that just like kind of pops out at me. Sometimes when we touch, okay. Sometimes when we touch, the honesty's too much. Okay, I'm going as far as that because I don't want to mess up the lyrics. But I just remember like being at home, like everybody had a fish tank and a cactus and a hanging plant. You know what I mean? And the furniture was all yellow and green, and you had those big shaggy rugs. You know what I mean? That you like you know there was bugs living in them, but you really didn't care at the time, and your vacuum cleaner was like made out of metal. You know what I mean? It's like maybe I'm aging myself or whatever, but yeah, it's just the memories, man. She started tearing up, and I was like, hey, sold, and then that triggered the other thing, that triggered the other thing, that triggered the other. I'm like, hey, I'm buying them all. If I can get all these things for like $20 or under, I'm buying them. So with that said, yeah, hey, why don't you go reminisce and go buy some Time Life crap, since the prices are decent. I mean, this stuff is dirt cheap on eBay right now, and you can get the whole lots, the whole collections. You don't have to like just get 1970s. Some people are selling like just one for like $10, $15, whatever. But there are people on there that are selling like the whole lots and the whole collections for 20 or under. So if you're a fan of the year or whatever, or you were born in that year, or you're around that year, or you listen to that year, or it just brings you back to some kind of good memories or whatever. Because listen, movies, music, toys, all this stuff are memories. Everything that I buy is a memory. And I had somebody comment one time, they're like, why don't you live for now instead of instead of the past or whatever. And I don't know. Maybe I'm in search of my stolen childhood. To me, that's what I always give the answer to everybody. Everybody will ask me, why you always buying like this all nostalgic stuff? Why you always buying like these old things? Why are you going back instead of going forward? Why aren't you enjoying the now? Because the now ain't that much fun. Okay, it's gonna be honest with you. The now is struggles. The now is problems. The now is my kids are all grown up. The now is not fun. It's not the now is not fun. I'm just not having fun right now. I had fun back then, and if I can get a little glimpse of back then, memories of people that were still alive, and memories of music that of places that existed, and things that once was. Okay, if I can just get a glimpse of that, if I could close my eyes and a song could take me back to that store or that place, or that laying down in front of the record player, the little box record players or whatever, and listening to that something or whatever, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna like I said, I feel like my childhood was stolen. I feel like I spent most of my life taking care of my brother, and taking care of different things that I shouldn't have been taking care of. I had to grow up way too fast, and I missed out on a lot of stuff. A lot of things passed by. It just blinked. I blinked, and years went by. And now the question is why don't you start looking to the future? What's happening in the future? Death? I don't want to look there. I want to look. I want to look back. I want to go back, and I want to collect my nostalgia. I want my Star Wars figures back. I want my toys back. I want my collections back. I want my music back. I'm taking it all back. I'm taking back everything that my father threw out. Taking back everything that my mother stole. I'm taking back everything that my uncle had. I'm taking everything back. I want it back. I want it all back. I want everything. I want it all back, because no matter how difficult things were at certain points of my childhood, okay, the music was always wonderful. The movies were the best. Okay, I'm sorry. That's why there's so many remakes nowadays, is because the movies back in the day were the best. Okay, they were the best. The music. Why do you think some of these big name artists now, these big people that if your kids are listening to music right now, or you're a younger guy and you're listening to music right now, the snippets, the bits, what do they call them? The clips, not the clips. They take bits of the songs. It's like I I don't know how many times I have listened to a song and I'm like, wow, that is totally a ripoff of a song that came out like 30 years ago or 20 years ago, whatever. They just literally took the beats, they took the beats from that song, and they took the background lyrics to that song, and they just turned it into their song. That's all it is. Everything is just recycled. It's all recycled. It's all garbage, okay? And the remakes, that's all they do, is they keep making remake after remake after remake. Why they gotta make remakes? Because the original was a classic, and they're trying to outdo but tell me how many times they've ever gotten it right. They don't get it right. They hardly ever get it right. Okay, you try to remake a movie that was a classic, you're not gonna get it right. Just, hey, if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it, and collect what you love. If you're not collecting what you love, and the things that you're putting in your CD player, putting in your Blu-ray player or 4K player, or you're hanging on your walls, your toys that you're collecting, if it don't bring you back to a happier place in your life, then you're right. It's probably not worth it. But looking forward, what is it? What am I looking forward to? Gas prices increasing. My gas bill, electric bill, telephone bill, everything went up $200. $200 seems to be the magic number for the 2023 or something like that. The magic number is $200, because my mortgage went up $200, my gas bill went up $200, my electric bill went up $200. A car payment, not even, no, my car payment's almost paid off, whatever. But everything seemed to have gone up $200. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on, but that's what I got to look forward to. Everything going up $200. Nah, but I'll tell you, I don't like spending $200 on the gas bill. I don't like spending $200 on the electric bill. But I'll easily spend myself $100 on 80 CDs that are gonna bring me complete and utter joy and memories of a better time. I'll put these things in. I'll shut off my light. I'll close my eyes, and I won't be where I am right now. I'll be in a whole nother place, whole nother world. I'm 5 years old again. I'm 6 years old again. I'm 12 years old again. I'm hanging with friends that are no longer alive. I'm talking to people that are no longer alive. I'm back in some zone that I want to be in, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong, and ain't nothing wrong with it. Listen, most of you guys that watch this channel, you know that this is all about movies, music, nostalgia, memories, toy collecting. It's about your past. It's about things that you treasured when you were little. Things that just made you feel good about yourself. Now I'm not gonna get like all. I'm gonna cut this because I don't want to get you guys get down. Okay, I don't want to turn this into a downer. Okay, some of these videos are uppers and some of these videos are downers. Okay, I'm like the drug of YouTube. Okay, but movies and music and toys are the memories. Okay, if I ever get myself some merch, that's what the merch is gonna say. Movies are memories, toys are memories, music's memories, whatever. It's gonna have something to do with that kind of thing, because yeah, this stuff just brings me back to better days, and I think we all deserve to be happy, and remember better days. Okay, I don't want to think about the future. I don't want to think about what the future has to hold. When I was little, I remember thinking I was invincible. I remember looking at people that were having back pains and neck pains, and I was like, I'm never gonna be that guy. That ain't never gonna be me. Yeah, I ain't gonna be that guy over there. Look at that guy all hunched over. It ain't gonna be me. Oh, that guy he's got to put his leg up on a thing to tie his shoes. Oh yeah, they ain't never gonna be. Hey, it's me. Okay, it's me now. Okay, I'm in pain. Okay, I'm tired all the time. I can't sleep. I have nightmares about. I think I got PTSD from one of the jobs that I had. I can't sleep no more. I got sleep apnea. I'm overweight. I'm a mess. Okay, but I put on one of these CDs. I'm 5 years old again. I got no worries, no pain. I'm just back in the day listening to some Leonard Skinner. Sweet Home Alabama. Oh, sweet home. Yeah. And with that said, my friends, I appreciate you. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you later. You should have saved me some.